Hey King's Church, well, I don't know how you feel about the announcement of at least another 3 weeks of lockdown. But here at King's, we are continuing to work hard to keep everyone as connected as possible and to be communicating as widely as possible the wonderful message of hope that we have through the gospel of Jesus Christ. And I just want to take a bit of time today, slightly longer message than usual, to let you know about an initiative we're launching on Sunday called the Hope Initiative. And this initiative really draws together a couple of things that we've already been doing and a couple of new things in addition to that. So from the very start of this crisis, we have had that support section on our website where there's been the opportunity to both ask for support where that's needed and also to offer support, whether that's practical support or pastoral support. And both of those things are central to the Hope Initiative. Now, it remains our hope that, of course, the majority of support that's needed within the church happens within small groups. And if you saw the update that Rich Horn sent out on Wednesday, you'll know that actually that is happening in really amazing ways. But it is important to have a safety net for anyone who, for whatever reason, isn't connected in with a small group or maybe who needs support that the small group isn't able to provide. It's always been our hope and our intention that no one in this church stands alone at any time, and particularly during this time. And we want to continue to build our support team as well, and that again is a key feature of the Hope Initiative. So it may be that you can offer pastoral support, or it may be that you can offer practical support, or maybe advice and expertise in particular areas like the benefit system or IT, things that could be quite helpful for people at this time. Now, you need to be a church member to be part of the support team, and what I would say would be particularly helpful for us at the moment would be people who are already part of a team in the church that has required you to have safeguarding training and a DBS check, because that means we're better to get you into action a lot more quickly. So we continue to do those things that we've already been doing, but then there are a couple of new things as part of this initiative. And the first of those is that we've registered to be part of something called yourneighbour.org, yourneighbour.org, and you can go to their website to find out a bit more about it. But it's a network of over 1,000 churches across the UK that is aimed at providing support where needed through the local church to people in our local communities but who are not part of the church. And it's because we want to be the hands and feet of Jesus in our town. We want to love our town. We want to spread this message of hope outside the church, to surround and saturate High Wycombe with the love of Jesus. And so that's another reason that we need to keep building our support teams so that we can also bring that hope to those outside the church as well as inside. And then the second new thing that is included in the Hope Initiative is the Hope Fund. The Hope Fund. You know, for some people, this crisis is going to affect your finances in very different ways. So for some, this is clearly going to have a very negative impact financially, and that might be a cause of great concern for you at the moment. But then actually for others, the reverse might be true. If you're still in full employment, but actually a number of the usual costs that you would have been cut right back, like transport costs or the costs that you might spend on going out to eat or socialising. It may be that you're intending to go on holiday over Easter and that hasn't happened. You know, you may actually find yourself with quite a bit more money than you would have had in normal circumstances. And we have an opportunity here to be like the early church that we read about in the book of Acts. We're told that no one among them was in need because the believers shared what they had. And so I'm asking you now to think about what you give from a couple of different perspectives. The first is in terms of your regular giving to the church, those of you who give regularly. You know, a key principle of giving is that you give out of what you have and you give proportionately to your income. And so those who are facing financial difficulties will probably need to reduce your regular giving to the church. And so I would also ask those who have more to also review your giving at this time and to consider whether you could give a bit more, to pick up the slack that will result from those who have had to reduce their giving or who are unable to give at this time. And then the second thing, and again, this is for those who have more. The second thing is, could you, on top of your regular giving, not instead of your regular giving, but could you consider giving even a bit more and giving a bit more into this new Hope Fund? So this is a fund that we're setting up to be able to meet urgent and basic practical needs where that's appropriate. So for example, that might be in providing food vouchers, or in some circumstances it might be contributing to the cost of a funeral. There's a variety of ways that we might be able to help people. Now the fund will operate within a set of guidelines. There'll be a set of criteria in terms of how we use the money. So what we will use the money for, what we won't use it for, the amounts that we would give, and those kind of things. So there is an opportunity here, and actually I would say a responsibility for many of us to be exceedingly generous at this time. And equally, if you're facing financial challenges, there's an opportunity for you to really lean into the family of God at this time and into the resources, the shared resources that are available. So that's our Hope initiative. An opportunity to ask for pastoral and practical support, an opportunity to offer pastoral and practical support both inside and outside the church, and an opportunity to give to the Hope Fund to meet urgent and basic needs where appropriate. The Hope Initiative will be launched on Sunday. You'll be able to access details about it from Sunday via our online homepage, kchw.co.uk/online. So do look out for that page when it appears. Thank you so much again for listening. Slightly longer message than usual, so thank you for listening through to the end. And church, again, be blessed.